Excuse me. Do you like the game Peak?
Bing bong!
You heard him. Bing bong. I'm Jaren Draws, and I'm obsessed with Peak. I've completed every badge. I've beat all 7 ascents. It's just an incredible game to play with friends and just hang out casually, or go into full tryhard mode and lock in on something. And if you like Peak as much as me, you might want to stream it. And if that's true for you, I've got just the thing to make your stream pop. I'm going to give you several free assets for your stream made by me. Here's the full overview of things I'll be giving away and showing you how to set up. Sub badges, starting soon and stream ending animations, backgrounds, follow and sub alerts, and a Peak Luggage Minigame. As usual, I'm providing everything here for free, so if you want to support me, start by liking and subbing here, following on Twitch, or even commissioning me on VGen. One of my goals for the year is getting to 1,000 subs on YouTube, so I would love the help. The links to the assets and the platforms I just mentioned will both be in the description. I'll show you all the assets and explain how to set them up. Let's get started. We're going to start with these pixel art subscriber badges. I've been loving making pixel art lately, so I thought making these sub badges at a lower scale would look really cool. Open up your dashboard on Twitch, then go over to your subscriptions, go to subscriber badges, and then pull in the assets. There's a 18 by 18 size, a 36 by 36, and a 72 by 72 for each badge. The progression can be whatever you want it to be, and just make sure you save each one. Here's the progression that I'm using, but you can use whatever you want. Next up, there are 7 versions of each the stream starting and stream ending screens. The numbers 1 through 7 correlate on the starting and the ending end, and here's how to set that up inside of OBS. Add a new scene. We're going to call this stream starting. Then open up the folder, go to the starting soon. I'm going to be using the vintage look here, and then make sure it's sized properly. Then I'm going to set this to loop, hit OK. And you can see, here's how it looks. Then we're going to add another scene for the stream ending screen. Bring in the source that correlates. So I'm going to go to the ending screens here, and I'm going to pick the vintage one for this as well. So this one matches our stream starting look. Get it sized up properly. Make sure it's also set to loop. And here's how it looks. Next up, I made some backgrounds from all of the locations within Peak. There's one for Mesa, Alpine, Tropics, any place you can think of pretty much. But here's some examples of how you could set that up for your own scene. Start by creating a new scene. We're gonna call this Just Chatting, and then I'm gonna pull in one of the backgrounds. For this example, I'm gonna pull in the Mesa background. Then I'm gonna hit Control F to size that to my window. I'm gonna pull in just the still image of me just to get a feel for the camera size. So I might size it up like this, kind of crop in the sides a bit. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm actually gonna go to our sub badges, and I'm gonna pull the smallest size of the cactus badge. I'm going to right click that image, and I'm gonna select scale filtering point. And when we scale it up, you can see it's nice and crisp for pixel art. I'm gonna angle it and cover up the corner. And then I will continue to follow that process for a couple other badges, just as little overlay pieces as part of the foreground. And here's how that looks. Here's another look I'm setting up. I have the kiln background, here's some gameplay just looping, and then my PNG tuber. I'm setting these other overlay pieces. And then I wanted to show you one other thing I'm doing here with this heart badge is I'm putting it, making it nice and big. And then I'm gonna add a filter, a color correction filter. I'm gonna set the contrast low, and then also the brightness low. And then I'm going to lower the opacity, and you can see it's like further in the background, so it feels like it's behind the piece. So that's just another example of how you can set it up, but you can use these however you want. Next up, I made some subscriber and follower notifications that look like the end screen from when you beat the Peak. There's 5 colors, but you could easily do a color correction and shift the hue of these to come up with a color of your own as well. For this next step, we're going to be using OBS and StreamerBot. I'll have some links in the description for how to connect StreamerBot to your OBS and Twitch chat. This is how to set it up in OBS and StreamerBot. Make a new scene. We're going to be calling this Overlays. Then we're going to add in our images for the subscriber and follower notifications that we like, and we'll size them up and position them how we like. I'm going to be putting them on the bottom because that's where I like for them to go, but you can put them wherever you'd like. Then I'm going to add a text source. I'm calling this subscriber text. I'm going to put subscriber username here in the field. I'm going to select a font, I'm picking Nunito here. And then I'm going to select the color. I'm going to pick whip it from the banner. Then we're going to hit edit transform, select the alignment to center. Then we're going to select a bounding box type of scale to inner bounds. And I just tweaked the settings until I got the box that I like. In this case, it was 350 by 50. Then I'm going to group these layers, the text and the subscriber image. I'm going to call this subgroup. Then I'm going to copy the subscriber text. I'm going to paste a duplicate and I'm going to put it in place. Then I'm going to group the follower text and the follower image. And I'm going to call this follower group. Then I'm going to go to the show transition. I'm going to set to slide up for its reveal. And then I'm going to go to hide transition and I'm going to slide down for the hide. Then I'm going to make sure each transition lasts 1 second or 1000 milliseconds. Same for the hide. And then I'll go back into the show. I'll copy it and I'll paste that transition onto the subgroup. I'll do the same thing with the hide transition. And that just saves us a little bit of time. Then you can see when we reveal and hide these that they slide up and down. Next, you're going to open up StreamerBot. You'll go into your actions. You'll add an action. I'm going to call this subscriber notification. I'm going to put this in a group called notifications. Then you're going to make a new action queue. I'm going to call this notifications. I'll set the blocking to on, hit OK. Then go back to your actions, select the action you just made and put it in the queue notifications that we just made. This is so they don't overlap over each other. Go to add Twitch subscriptions, then subscription, hit OK for all the types. Add another Twitch subscription. I'm also going to add resubs so that resubs pop up on this notification as well. Then we're going to go to the sub actions, add OBS, source, set GDI text. Make sure your proper overlay scene is set. And then I'm going to start on the subscriber text. The text here is going to be %user%, and this will be swapped with the username of whoever redeems this. Then we're going to add an OBS source, set source visibility. We're going to go into our overlays again, and we're going to set the subgroup to be visible. Then we're going to add a delay. This is going to be 3,500 seconds. I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to duplicate this source visibility layer. I'm going to set it from visible back to hidden. So this hides it after it's done displaying for 3.5 seconds. Then we're going to add a delay at the end just so they don't overlap of 500 milliseconds. Then you're going to duplicate the subscriber notification, and then you're going to change the name to follower notif. Hit OK. Then I'm going to select these triggers. I'm going to delete these, and I'm going to add one under Twitch channel follow. And then I'm going to change the subscriber text to the follower text layer in OBS. I'm going to change it from the subgroup to the follow group, and I'm going to do the same thing for the other source visibility. And you can see if we run tests on these, here's what happens when someone follows. It shows their username under, and when someone subs, it does this, and it doesn't overlap. If you want to see how to add these two notifications onto other scenes, I'll show you at the end of the video, so you can either skip there or watch to the end. Lastly, we're going to set up a little luggage mini game. Add a new media source in your overlays. I'm going to call this luggage animation. I'm going to grab this luggage open redeem from the folder, move it to where you want it on screen. Then we're going to open up StreamerBot. I'm going to call this new action Luggage Minigame. I'm going to make a new group called Luggage Minigame as well. Then we're going to make a new action queue. I'm calling this Luggage Minigame as well, and I'm setting the blocking to on. Go back to the action, right click it, and make sure it's in the right queue. Then go into your triggers, hit add, Twitch, channel reward, reward redemption, and then create a new reward. I'm calling this Luggage Minigame, and I'm just putting a short description in here. I'm setting the cost to 50, and then I'm hitting create, and hit OK. Then we're going to go to the global variables. I'm going to set item 1 to be equal to lollipop. I'm going to make a new variable called item 2 fairy lantern. I'm going to make a new variable called item 3. I'm going to call this Python. Item 4 figments. Item 5 we're going to call this apple. And item 6 we're going to call this marshmallow. And then we're going to set item 7 to be BINGBONG. Then go into your sub actions, go to core, logic, get random number, pick a number between 1 and 7 because that's how many assets we have. Then go to OBS source, set media source file. We're going to go into our proper scene. We're going to make sure to select one of the assets, and then in the file name, replace the number with %random number %. Then hit OK. Make a new sub action, go to add, OBS Studio, source, set source visibility, and make sure you turn the luggage animation to be visible. Then we're going to make another sub action, add core, globals, get global, and we're going to get the global item %random number %, and then we're going to set that to be item within the action. So then we're going to go to add, Twitch, and then we're going to send a chat message, and we're going to say @user %, you opened a random luggage and found 1% item %. Then hit OK. Then we're going to add a delay under core, delay, and we're going to set this to 9 seconds. Then we're going to duplicate the source visibility of the luggage animation, and we're going to set it from visible down to hidden. We're going to duplicate the delay. Then we're just going to add a ½ second of delay at the end. Okay, here's an example of someone pulling, and you can see in the chat it asks them and then tells them what item that they found. Lastly, if you want to add the sub and follow notifications or the luggage little mini game onto another existing scene, you'll just add that as a source. So here's how you do that. Go into whatever scene you want to add this to, and then we're going to add a source, and you can actually select a scene as a source. And we're going to select the overlay scene, hit OK. And now anytime we trigger the luggage mini game or a follower notification, you can see that it appears over everything else. Thanks a ton for watching, and let me know if you want a part 2 of this video with more freebies, or if you'd be interested in a streaming starter pack with a different theme or game. If you enjoyed the luggage minigame, you should check out my last video to see how to set up more stream minigames. There's even more free assets over there. Bye bye!